The expanding federal investigation into Russian interference in last year's election is shining new light on the central role played by one member of President Trump's inner circle, his son-in-law and top advisor Jared Kushner, in reaching out to Moscow. The latest disclosure that even before Trump took office, Kushner directed campaign foreign policy advisor Michael Flynn to try to persuade Russia to quash a United Nations resolution is one example of numerous Kushner contacts with Moscow and meetings with Russian intermediaries now under scrutiny by investigators for Special Counsel Robert S. Mueller. 3. Kushner, a 36-year-old former Manhattan real estate developer and Washington neophyte, may be key as Mueller pursues the still unresolved mystery of whether Trump's campaign had improper dealings with Russia, a charge that Kushner denies. Revelations about Kushner's Russia contacts have been dribbling out for months, forcing Kushner and other Trump aides who denied or downplayed them to repeatedly backtrack. But with Flynn now cooperating with Mueller's investigators, Kushner's role in handling outreach to foreign governments for Trump is likely to get even more scrutiny from investigators. Flynn pleaded guilty Friday to lying to the FBI about his own Russia contacts. Publicly, Trump insists he is not worried, telling reporters Saturday there had been absolutely no collusion with Moscow, but adding, "We'll see what happens." In the wake of Flynn's plea deal, Democrats on both the House and Senate Intelligence Committees said they wanted Kushner, who appeared in private before both panels in July, to return to answer new questions about his dealings with Russian officials and intermediaries from Moscow. Mike Flynn wasn't acting as a free agent. He was acting at the behest of very senior people close to the president or the president himself, said Rep. Adam B. Schiff of Burbank, the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee. If Mr. Kushner was involved in that, he'd have a lot to tell us that he hasn't told us so far. Kushner's lawyer, Abbe Lowell, declined to comment on Kushner's Russia contacts. Kushner has described himself as an overworked and inexperienced campaign aide who was forced to make changes on the fly when it came to Russia. "I did not collude with Russia, nor do I know of anyone else in the campaign who did so," Kushner said after July's closed-door meeting with investigators from the Senate Intelligence Committee. Trump cycled through a cadre of high-level aides during the presidential campaign, but Kushner remained a trusted advisor with one particularly unassailable credential: he is family through his marriage to Trump's older daughter, Ivanka. After running his real estate company like a family business, Trump saw no reason to change course while campaigning or after winning the White House. Kushner joined the administration and received a vast portfolio of responsibilities, including overhauling the federal government with the newly created Office of American Innovation and pursuing a peace agreement between the Israelis and the Palestinians. He has insisted that his initial failure to report his meetings with the Russians or any other foreigners on forms required for a government security clearance was not deliberate.